I wish you welcome to Vucedol Culture Museum, the National Archaeological Museum in Croatia.
This is a wheel that we also present in our museum because we believe it is at the same time with Vucedol culture and it's part of Vucedol culture because this is the first wheel that has this kind of technological solution and it means that it was like technological jump.
Okay.
You know, before this wheel was turning around this branch, I would say, and it was very often destroyed by this rotation.
Okay.
And then, with this technical solution, for the first time ever, it was fixed. So it couldn't be break any longer. So if this branch is destroyed or damaged, you can change it very fastly, very easily. But it is preserved, this wheel is preserved. And it is very important because this wheel is hard to make. So this wheel is very, very important.
Okay. So we want to promote the Danube region and for the tourism, but also we thought about civil society projects or exhibitions planned about youth. So we have different topics. Which was the most surprising find here in the region?
I will just say that my professor Alexander Dugman, which is a professor of archaeology in Zagreb University, he's retired now, but he comes every year since 1981 or 84 when he started with this excavation with Vukovar Municipal Museum, and he said every year I can't believe it, and every year Vucedolians surprise me with some new found, and it really is so that not just some exclusive finds, but the message that these finds brings to us. It is very, very, very important that we can see the deeper message, the background of this life, and we really can see the life, and we can read it, we can interpret it, and I don't know. I believe that one of the most important finds you could see in the museum is one Vucedol Terina, where Professor Duman read the first real date in prehistory, because something that was written on this code by pictographic letter really happened on the Vucedolian sky, and the big human sacrifice was conducted in the name of this what happened on the sky. So we really knew that they knew time, they knew nature around them, and they could count time, they could track the constellations, because they couldn't track the sun during the year because of the flat line horizon. So when you see the area, you can see only the flat line is the constant, the only parameter, the only reference that you have. There is no mountain, so you can't track the sun during the year. So they had to go to look at the night sky, and that's why they saw some constellation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one bigger fifth star.
With the street.
So the number of 5 is the pictogram of Orion. So you could see him on the sky only in winter, and it was like a winter sun. It was like a winter comfort. But on the first day of the new year, you couldn't see it. So this is the end and the beginning of the new
When
year.
it comes back, how old is this fund?
The fund was found. It was the big pit with the grave of 8 people, with this pot inside and many other pots. But on this pot, the story was, the message was written, and the fund was found in 1985. And it says that on the 9th of March 2998, Venus and Mars was in conjunction, and it was a special moment on the sky. So it was written on this pot.
Okay.
I'm going to show you.
Unbelievable.
And I really believe that this discovery of Professor Durman really is something special. Yeah? And this pot is really, really special.
You are in a leading position here in the museum. Was it difficult to go this way, or?
Well, in museological way, it's not difficult because I worked for 17 years earlier. I worked as a chief of the archaeological department in Vukovar Municipal Museum, and I also worked as an archaeological researcher with our team. And now and then with Professor Durman and Mrs. Ružica Marić, which is director of our municipal museum, we made this permanent exhibition and the whole concept of the museum. And it's not a problem, so we can see also, and me personally, the developing of this site, of this museum, through the huge project of our museum and the Ministry of Culture, Croatian government, through this archaeological park, Vucedol. So it will be several facilities here built in the next 3 or 4 years, with the presentation of Vucedol culture, with this presentation of settlement, with planetarium, with scientific research center, reconstruction of this position, which was once very touristic, very known as a good touristic position, and we will give it special meaning by opening this archaeological park, and the museum will be the center of this park.
And when is it planned to be opened?
Well, some parts will be open in 2024.
So it's not
Yes, it's not so far. Yes.
Are involved in international projects.
Yes. Well, we were in one international Creative Europe project. This project is also financed by the European Union. This huge project. But with this project, we already had one project of Creative Europe, with our partners from Hungary, Serbia, and Romania. And it was based on Danube cultural heritage, archaeological cultural heritage. We called it Journey to the Beginnings. And our partners were Matrica Museum Sasalombata in Budapest, near Budapest, then Letenski Mir in Serbia, and Totem Severin Armenians Museum. So it was very, very interesting project, and really show how important is our archaeological cultural heritage by the day. And we connected, all of us. Now we worked in some other projects together. Right now we are in one direct project with Hungary, just in order to show how Vucedol culture is connected our sides, both sides of the Danube, and it is just this area, region that connects it. Because Vucedol culture really spread from this small area where it really became between Drava, Sava, and Danube River onto the area of 13 European countries. So from Prague to Stockholm in Greece, you can see this Vucedol culture. Our goal is to connect all these regions, all these countries, all these museums and cultural institutions that take care about archaeological heritage and to develop their researches about Vucedol culture, to present Vucedol culture in all the regions.
So it's not only local Vucedol culture, it's spread along the
Danube.
Danube.
And our museum is not a Vucedol museum, it's a Vucedol culture museum. So I see the big potential in this idea to connect the whole region, especially Danube is actually.
Settlement, reconstructed copper caster megaron, planetarium, little farm, a scientific center, and the whole area will be archaeological park.
So it's a great vision. So I say thanks for this great tour through the museum. It was very interesting.
Thank you for your attention.
Of course, it was a pleasure.
For visiting.